Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Naturally, you had a choice of four case studies. You've chosen this one. You're not going to be disappointed. This is all about integrated learning programs. And the question remains, in terms of challenges, really creating an appropriate blend of leadership tools and approaches which really make sense, the right tools and the right approaches, putting them together, because there are so many and they're so diverse, really creating the right ones to really get to the right outcome. And so this next session is all about creating a blended leadership program which really insights leaders' deep awareness, mixing together with the mindset and also the skills as well. So those three things together equaling something that will actually make sense and help leaders move forward. And I'm pleased to warmly welcome to our virtual playground right now the founder of LQ, Mr. Alen Zepec. Alen,
Bravo. Good pronunciation. Thank you.
Alen Zepec. There we are, the one and only. There's only one of you, and you're here. Right, where are you right now, Alen?
Oh, I'm in Varaždin. This is a small town near Zagreb, the capital.
You're in Varaždin, a small town. It's wonderful. It just so happens I lived in Varaždin for 14 years. I don't live there now. I live in Split. I lived in Varaždin for my daughters are in Varaždin, and I can see it's a sunny day over there in the north of Croatia. Right, Alen, I will let you now take over. Remember, viewers, those of you that are with us, you're curious, you'd like to know more, you'd like to ask a question directly to Alen. Towards the end, I'll pop in and ask those questions for you. But right now, Alen, over to you.
Thank you very much. So thank you once again for having an opportunity to have again a lecture here in HR Week. As you can see, the topic is integrated learning program for leadership transformation. So it's quite easy to create a program, but to create a program that will fulfill this agenda, that the transformation and the people and participants will feel this transformation inside of themselves, then it's not actually easy. One remark: this is pure my experience from last 15 years working and creating this kind of programs. So it is not internet searched and so on. So if you don't agree with something, or just please ask questions and we can have a good discussion at the end. So you can see the agenda. Just one sentence about how I see the purpose of the integrated learning program: mistakes. I will share with you 7 mistakes that came up to my mind that it can be a problem when you are creating a leadership program. Then how to really create an integrated learning program. One example of Fortenova Drive Discover program that we are involved in, and then Q&A. So let's start. This is how I see the actually, if we are seeing the manager's role, and this leadership program is to help them in their managers and leadership role, and actually to help people do their job better and be more successful and feel good about their well-being, but help people do their job better in their managerial role, and be more successful, actually to create success through other people. And for many experts, this is a fundamental shift, where this is not actually me who is providing the results. This is my team or my organization that providing the success. And when we are feeling successful, besides the fact if we are in a managerial role or we are in an expert role, we are motivated. And this is from my opinion, this is our main source of motivation, to have good results. And then definitely we will feel good about our well-being. Okay, so usual mistakes we make in creating a learning. I mentioned 7. And the first one, you will see every mistake has the illusion. And the first illusion is the illusion of the one who knows all. The owner's idea, of the owner idea, of the CEO idea. If there are here people who are HR managers, I am sure you had experience in when CEO or the owner come to you and say, okay, I have an idea. We will do this or we will do that. Or, and this is a good case, the bad case, if they don't ask you about that, just do it. And I have one nice example. Many years ago, a big Croatian company and the owner, a man of the company, he went through some psychotherapeutic program and had a good relationship with one psychotherapist, a psychiatrist. Actually, it's not psychotherapist, but psychiatrist. And as the owner, he heard about coaching. And he said, oh, this is something that I would like to have in my company. And he said, all my 60 managers, they will go through the coaching program. And he asked psychiatrist, the friend, look, let's, I would like to have a coaching for my 60 managers. Are you okay with that? And the psychiatrist says, yes, absolutely fine. Let's go and do that. The owner thought the coaching is a training program for actually some hard skills. So on one-on-one. The psychiatrist thought it is a program as some kind of psychotherapy. Means that this is coaching. So you had two perception of the coaching, what the coaching is. And what was interesting is how they started with the program. And they started with the program with a 2 hours interview without any prior communication, 2 hours interview with the psychiatrist. So you can imagine after all these interviews, the resistance from the people were really huge. After some time, the owner understood that this is not actually the hard skills training one-on-one. And the psychiatrist understood that this is not really what the owner expected. So we had a huge conflict, and the project didn't finish really well. But this is example of the one who knows all. On the other hand, we have the illusion of independence. And this illusion of independence, and this is on solo HR idea, usually from my experience, when the HR department or HR manager feel that they are not enough independent, that they are trying to prove independence by creating the programs and ideas without involving top management or the owner. And from my experience, when we have this kind of training, for example, in one company, so a lot of groups, a lot of people, but without sponsorship from top management, and you have a situation that you start with the program with 15 people, and then all day you have people who come in and come out because of the bosses who are inviting them for some really important job, and the learning is not important job. This is some HR idea. And we have then the situation that is not good. The illusion of the field is no alignment with the strategy. It's basically combination of these two, meaning that, okay, we have one strategy is going into one direction. We created the program into another direction, but somehow we think that it will be connected somewhere there in the field, if I can use this word. The illusion of the autonomy, training maps. This is connected to the autonomy to the managers. So sometimes we want to give more autonomy to the managers. And in one part of the training and development history, it was quite popular. So training maps. So we will do some 360, and then we will have interviews, and then we will talk with managers, and then we will find what are the topics, and then we will give them that they will, from the map, choose for their people who will attend to what. The problem is that usually these managers, they don't have skills and capacity. Capacity means competence, really to decide where to go. And at the same time, they think if they send a new appointed team leader to 1.5 day of management training, that this person will be a manager, which is absolute illusion. And this is connected with the mistake 5, the illusion of knowledge acquisition. So you have this situation where we think that they will acquire knowledge by 2 days training, and the other side is that we have modules. I don't know, 5 modules. In between modules, we have 30 or 45 days, and we have nothing in between modules. And then you have this forgetting curve where people in between modules forget what they did on the module. When they come to the next one, they remember nothing about what they did, and it's a problem. And we solve that problem. I will show you how. The illusion of diversity. So the company said, okay, we will have the big management program, and we will have, I don't know, 7 or 10 modules. And for these 7 modules, we will have 7 different suppliers. So for that different suppliers, we will give a different experience of learning. So different trainers, different methodologies, and so on and so on. And on the first surface, the idea is okay, but on a deeper level, it's not. Why? Because if you want to have real transformation, the participants need to connect with the trainer. And for example, our trainers are all executive coaches. So they need to connect with the person, with the trainer, with the coach. And then coach can work with them as a group and on the individual level on a real transformation. If they every time have to connect with the trainer, establish trust, and they will not be able to show vulnerability. If they don't show vulnerability, if they protect their persona, they will acquire some skills, but the real transformation will not happen. And the last one, the 7th one, fancy, the illusion of new trends. Agile, design thinking, digitalization. So you have a lot of topics that are coming every few years. The good example is one Croatian bank decided to go into the agile transformation. And if you really shift the operating system of the bank, and this is really the operating system of the bank, then you need 3 things on the place. The first is the system. So Scrum Masters, sprints, retrospectiva, blah, 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 everything about the agile, small teams, and so on. Then organizational design. Then you have a mindset, and then you have a skill set. Mindset, so it's a big mind shift, especially with managers, because they have to let go one part of the power, and for the team members, because they have to acquire one part of the autonomy and responsibility. And it's not easy. And the skills also. So how, if I was a command control manager and now I have to be a Scrum coach, team coach, agile coach, or whatever you call that, it's totally different skill set. The bank, they decided they will work basically more or less only focused on a system. They didn't focus enough on a mindset and a skill set. And after 2 years of suffering and spending a huge amount of money, the whole project stopped, and the bank came back into the old system. Okay, so how to create integrated learning program? First, this co-create. So everything here is about co-creation. So first, co-create with the purpose, connect with the purpose, talk with your top management about what is really the purpose of this program. And when you find out the purpose of the program, then it's a good start. So co-create, create a bond with the stakeholders. It means especially management, top management, so board or owner, participants itself, and suppliers, and maybe procurement office. This is also very good to have a good bond with them if you want to choose supplier based on trust and values, not based especially on price. And my strong recommendation: choose one supplier for one program and stick with that. It will be totally different outcome. Create a journey for your participants together with all your stakeholders. So when you choose supplier, then start to co-create the final design of the program together with the sponsor, with participants, and with supplier. Use different ways of learning during the program. So assessment tools, workshops, e-learning, gamification, team coaching, individual coaching, and so on. Find ROI to prove skills, upgrade, or change behaviors. For example, 360 at the beginning of the program and 360 a year after you started with the program. And find a way how to reinforce knowledge, skills, and mindset. So this is connected with this a slide. You have a training event. It can be face-to-face, it can be on your LMS, doesn't matter. But then you have a problem with forgetting curve. We are using Axonify. This is a Canadian platform application where participants every day, they have a small training burst, 1 minute, 3 questions about the module they passed and they had I don't know, 10 days before or 20 days before. And they compete, they get some points. It's a competition and it's fun and it's not time consuming. So it's 1 minute. But at the end of these 45 days or 30 days, you have increases retention of knowledge up to 90%. So participants are coming to our second modules with the knowledge of 80% from the first module, which is amazing and much more easier for us as a supplier. Okay, let's show you Fortenova Drive Discover program. Some numbers: 140 participants in the whole program. I think 11 groups. 170 people on kickoff. This is important. These 30 people, we had the whole Fortenova board. We had people. This is talent management program, so people from 17 companies are coming into the program. We had all CEOs there supporting the program and sending a message, guys, this is really, really important. 12 days in 7 modules in 10 months. But look at C here. 28,000 micro learning repetition assesses for knowledge retention. So every participant, they have 12 training days, but they have 200 small bites of learning during these 10 months. We had, with these 11 groups, 55 group coaching sessions, 5 trainers, executive coaches included in this program, 3 people in the back office doing all the logistics stuff important, and 3 assessment tools, 360, Hogan, MBTI. So you can see here how the program looks like. In this particular program, we didn't have Hogan, we had MBTI. In another program of Fortenova, we had Hogan. In both programs, we had 360. You have this individual level, workshops, then gamification, e-learning, and then group coaching and mentoring. One trainer through all these topics, except project and finance management. This is really specialized. But this is, and it is connected, this contracting part at the beginning, it is about connection between the boss and the participant about their individual development plan. Okay, just 1 or 2 words about LQ. As you can see, what is unique about us, we use co-creation and training programs. It means that we co-create design program with our clients, and we co-create content with our participants. So we don't use PowerPoint presentation, and participants are so much involved and engaged, so they co-create a content with our coaches, trainers. Actually, there are more facilitators, as you can see in a bullet 2. We have this Alen platform for knowledge retention. We can support big corporate projects because now we are a big team, and we created the management system, boom, for SME companies, so small and medium-sized companies. And this is our team. Okay, this was fast. I will stop now because we have 3 minutes left. Stop sharing. All right.
Alan, wonderful. I agree. You've managed to kind of squeeze a lot of information, a lot of data all together and sort of share that within 20, 25 minutes. Fantastic. I can't see any questions coming through, but that doesn't mean certainly people were not engaged and curious about what you were saying. Lots to digest there, but I would suggest that you know, listeners who've heard what you've said, they're curious. Maybe they'd like some more definitions, perhaps, or more clarity, perhaps. They're more than happy to reach out to you over LinkedIn, connect up with you, and then take that conversation forward and see potentially how you can perhaps collaborate with them, certainly. But as you know, we've got a couple of minutes left. If there's anything else you want to add right now, just before you finish, now is the time.
Well, real nothing. I think that the main thing is the connection and the bond. And if the HR department really connect and create a good bond with all stakeholders, I think this is the key for the training program. And the second thing, to create a journey. The transformation is always a journey. If you go to the hero's quest, it is a journey. If you want to, I don't know, be in a better shape with your body, it is a journey. It will not be one training event in a fitness room.
I think you're right, and you're right. And as a journey goes, that journey will have ups, it will have downs, it will have unsuspected pitfalls. You may be taking steps back along that journey, but to kind of be ready for that. So yeah, and again, what you said earlier on in your session, in fact, in terms of what may be the top management, they will decide something and they enjoy it, they want it. But in fact, it may not be the right way forward for everybody else, which is where those conversations between everybody and those connections come into play.
The dialogue.
Listen, Alan, it's been great hearing from you. We hope we know you're with us within the HR community. You've been with us for quite a while, and we're going to clearly look forward to having you with us in the future as well. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and naturally your time as well. And if you see my daughters in Varaždin, say hello.
Yes, waiting for you in Varaždin.
Okay, goodbye, Alan. Thank you.
Bye.
So there we have it. Intriguing insights about integrated learning programs and for leadership transformation. Right, very shortly, we move on to our next session. back, I believe, into the onto the main stage, which is a panel discussion all about how to engage how to engage learning, which really inspires behavioral change. So meet us over there on the main stage in a couple of minutes.